So I used our StreamYard to record the commentary and interviews with John and Duncan.
Oh, cool.
Um, so I did the same thing, like
Hmm.
for each segment, so I can know where the edit is. I put that
Yep,
music up, and I'm watching Duncan in the background just dancing
it
his
is.
little heart out.
You know,
It's a nice little groove.
yeah.
DJ Zafer killed it. Hi, welcome to the Big Damn Podcast, your monthly look inside our production and distribution company, Big Damn Films. I'm going to share some of our latest insights on our projects, some distribution aims. It is our 13th official episode,
Lucky
so
13.
this is the lucky one.
Hmm.
Uh, and you know what? We're not going to push the boundaries of independent cinema anymore. We're not. But
No.
fuck the boundaries. It's not about the
Oh,
boundaries.
I'm tired of unprecedented times. We are bringing back precedented times.
We are bringing regimented structure to
Yeah.
an independent industry that has none. Uh, this, cue the music. Welcome to the November edition of the Big Damn Podcast. I'm Michael Jane. With me, as always, is my co-host, and again, the man that will run more probably this month than I have in the last decade, Logan Liskovic.
Yes, and through all the brain fog and unprecedented times that we're living in the middle of, we are here to bring you the updates about all the good stuff that we've been cooking up in the background.
So, we got good news today.
Very good news today. Exciting news.
Yep, Sharky Son of a Bitch has wrapped.
Yes.
So that makes 4.
Hmm.
Hold on, let's do the math. We have Rifters. We have Right Before Christmas 2. We have Shark, You Son of a Bitch. All completed filming and in various stages of post-production.
Yep.
And by the end of this month, John will have all of Night of the Blue Moon completed. So we are already going into 2025 knowing 4 Darkstone movies are coming out, which is cool.
Very, very exciting.
You got to go down and see John because you drove Bry Johnson.
I did. I just got to see him. What was that? Saturday. I went down. Yeah, it was good. Good to see him in his element. He had gotten a whole bunch of costumes and stuff ready for the filming had done for Shark and are doing for Night, and was going through a lot of that and had it all kind of out and organized. Picked up some special boxes for some potential upcoming special projects next year.
You mean a potential retro release?
Potentially,
That is our 5th Darkstone project
that could
in
be our
2025.
it would be. It absolutely would be. Gotta love those
And
anniversaries.
Yes, and I also need to make a correction. I said Bry Johnson because I just merged Brian and John in my brain, and you drove Brian Bostwick down to see John Johnson because they are wrapping up Shark and Night.
Yep. Lots of good stuff. It was good. Good to see him. Good to see everybody, and pick up the stuff and drop off the Bry and see things happen.
Yeah, and you got to experience my brain fog in real time when I shipped batteries to Domino's.
Yes. Domino's is John does not live at Domino's.
Clearly not.
Clearly not.
For those at home that aren't aware, I initiated before John's surgery. They were having some downtime, so I sent pizza, and it was the Bry happened to be there as well. So I found out that John likes Papa John, or John likes Domino's, Mariah likes Papa John. And I sent both of them, Domino's and Papa John, to their house, and both delivery drivers showed up at the exact same time. And I've tried to do that again, and I think the last time, because I was watching the delivery people, I could see the Papa John's guy like parked one house over as Domino's was being delivered. So I was like, you son of a bitch. But when I went, we purchased some batteries for John so he could continue filming Night. uninterrupted.
Yep.
And I interrupted that by accidentally shipping them to his local Domino's, which promptly turned around and shipped them right back.
Which is good because there are other
Yeah.
Domino's that might have tried to put them on a pizza. So you never know.
Well, we had a big window of time where I'm like, did somebody just keep the batteries and lie? Like,
Right.
uh,
They were
and
pretty specialized batteries, though. So even if they opened them up and looked at them, they'd be like, "What the heck is this thing?"
yeah, well, and the box came back today, so it
Yeah.
was unopened. So
Okay.
great.
Okay.
Uh, so I
There are
will
good people
tomorrow.
in the world.
Not the one that answered the phone when I called. She was special. Uh, but yeah. Anyway,
Good deal.
hilarity ensues. Now
Hmm.
we've overnighted, or not overnighted. Batteries will be there tomorrow, which is
Hmm.
Thursday, November 21st, because today is being recorded, and Wednesday, 20th. And then I will be going tomorrow morning to
Hmm.
ship down the batteries. So John will have 4 batteries and no excuse to ever stop filming.
Nope. Just keep right on rolling.
Keep them
Except for
on
the
the hamster
rendering that
wheel.
needs to be done for that
Well,
camera.
yeah, uh,
Yeah.
that's the next financial investment in
Yes.
Darkstone is a
Yes.
fully digital render.
Mm. Yeah.
Uh, so we are closing this year. We've seen Fright Before Christmas too.
We did. We did. That was our meeting last week.
Uh-huh. I would say it's 95% done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is
It's
that fair?
well on its way. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It is really,
Uh,
really in the home stretch.
and it's watching John's process is seeing how drastically different the 2 edits
Hmm.
were. Both quality, like this is a version that with there's some continuity stuff that we are bringing up, but it's really like this could go out tomorrow.
Yep.
But we also have an update on Rifters.
That's true. Very nice update.
Rifters, yes, we're bringing a new team member to the Rifters Darkstone relationship,
Hmm.
and Tamara Johnson is coming on board to mix the audio. And for those who do not know the name Tamara Johnson, she's got a 44-year-long career. She's mixed shows like Modern Family, Boy Meets World, Girl Meets World, iCarly, Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 2023, Who's the Boss, my personal favorite, Max Headroom.
Mm.
But she also mixed the ZCon Proof of Concept, and then I edited a film that I have no credit on called Nowhere, Alaska. And she and I got to work pretty closely on that. And unless Logan tells me otherwise, Tamara's going to be our audio mixer for the rest of time.
2 thumbs way up.
I was going to
Those
say,
who are not watching.
in the podcast world, that's Logan giving thumbs.
Yes, in the podcast world, silent thumbs up. 2
Yeah.
thumbs up.
All right. So we're coming up on the end of year 2.
God, yeah, already.
What are your thoughts of the last 2 years? I know December is normally the time that we do this, but I feel like December is going to be a little bit of chaotic with a bunch of projects
Sure.
wrapping up at the same time.
Not gonna lie, the first year was a bit of hurry up and wait. It
Yeah.
was a bit of double and triple checking and redotting the I's and then erasing the
Yeah.
dot, dotting it again. Um, this year's been fun. This year's been cool. This year has
Yeah.
finally started to be that that taste of now we just need to do this 20 more times a year for the next 20 years and we'll be well on our way. It's exciting. It's nice to see the process and have seen the process through. It's nice to be at a point where we're finding the word coming to mind is enhancements, but that's the wrong one. Efficiencies. That was the E word I was looking for. Efficiencies. Um,
Yeah.
done these more than once. Starting to put multiple of these into streaming and multiple out through Blu-ray and figuring out all the stuff. So it's nice to see the process not only working but being improved as we're going, because
Yeah.
that only enables more scaling.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'm in the same boat with you. Year 1 was a lot of hurry up and wait, and retrospectively, and I know I'm on record as saying otherwise. But like, I'm actually glad things worked out that way.
Mm-hmm.
I would have much rather done it the other way around, but I feel like that much breathing room left us the affordability to really double down and focus on shit
Yeah.
and what's needed. Like,
Yep.
look, it's really easy to grab a finished product
Mm-hmm.
and distribute it. You know, that was uh, right before Christmas one was a great way to kick the tires of
Yep.
submitting the streaming and all of that other fun stuff. But because we're our relationship with John and Darkstone, we're involved in projects way almost at the point of like conception.
Yeah.
Um, it's been interesting to, as a filmmaker, have to go, I need to put that part of my brain in the back of my brain
Mm.
and be the producer and distributor to say, okay, this is John's process. Like, how do we work best to get that process? And I think without that patience that we
Mm-hmm.
had to have over the course of the year, I don't know that we would have been in the same, like, it would have been way more frustrating
Sure.
dealing with that process last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Fair to say.
yeah. And look, it's interesting watching our analytics for the film, uh, watching industry trends,
Mm-hmm.
looking at uh, the places that I want to take us next year for like American film market
Mm-hmm.
and uh, AFI and like I don't know that we'll be ready for Cannes next year, but
Yeah.
uh, getting out there next year and being more of a presence to be able to
Mm-hmm.
say, hey, look, we've got 3 films out. We will
Yeah.
have 4 at the end of this year. We'd like to look at bringing other like filmmakers on board.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you know, next year will be the completion of Zcon.
Yep. True.
So we'll have,
That'll be big.
uh, it'll be big. Uh, I sent you the link for Fort Ritchie, right? The video
Yes.
flyover.
Yes. Yes.
What were your thoughts?
I can definitely see how that could work.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
It'd be nice to be on the ground, actually, frame some things and, do the whole filmmaker. I'm making 2 L's with my fingers and doing like a little rectangle,
yeah.
the whole filmmaker square kind of a thing and see what it looks like on the ground and stuff. Cause I don't know that we have a helicopter in the budget for the shoot.
No, but we do have a 4K drone operator available to us.
For that, then for some of them that could work.
Yeah.
Um, Although, yeah, and who knows? There might be more lax FAA regulations after January 20th, so we might not even need any permits to do the flyover.
Uh, yeah. And it's in
Hmm.
Maryland.
And it's in Maryland.
It is about a 20-minute drive from where we filmed the proof of concept. So all the people that came out for the proof of concept will be very comfortable with the travel distance. Uh, and I am just waiting for my contact to
Hmm.
say, come on out and check it out,
Yeah,
which should be December.
awesome.
Uh, yeah, super excited. It's weird, man. It's weird. Like 2 years in, we're
Yeah.
a professional company.
Yep.
We have laid the groundwork with a bunch of other filmmakers to say, look, if you're making a movie, you have distribution. That's the hardest thing for most people to have right out the
Yeah.
gate,
Yep.
is to be able to go to a financier and say, I have distribution.
Yep.
Um, and it's nice to be able to do that for other people. It's also
It
nice
is.
to have our own shit.
And it's yeah, nice to have not only to do that for people and for our own stuff, but to have their stuff in line kind of coming up in the pipeline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Building
You
a
know.
little bit of a library.
A little bit of a library. Hoping, yeah, to yeah, just grow and expand and keep on keeping on.
Nice. Uh, what else you want to talk about?
Um, I hear climate change. No, I'm kidding. Um, No, there'll be a lot to talk about as time goes on. A lot more aspects, I think, as we start to release more things, a lot more trends and kind of, what we read about in the film industry and what we see in our own, catalog of items and how those things reflect and show. You had some insights that you were sharing earlier about when horror films typically do well, and we seem to be seeing those reflected in our trends.
Hmm.
Um, I'm already thinking, all right, where are the other trends for, rom-coms or, genre pieces or dramas or stuff, and how do we build a balanced library that gives us, more of a steady state as opposed to dealing with those highs and lows.
Yeah.
I can appreciate a horror only company having to deal with a certain, okay, this is our light period, this is when we're not making as much and this is when we're going gangbusters. Well, I keeping with my, I want to live in precedented times, I'd like to live in stable precedented times and to build a catalog of, you know big damn films that can balance and present evenly across the year. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, look, and this is for the Patreon members only. So enjoy the soapbox Mike's about to
Here
get
we
on.
go.
Podcast people, you're coming back in after what was a 5-minute rant of me on a soapbox that if you are a member of our Patreon, you get exclusive listening rights to. And all of my crazy ramblings about the distrust I have with certain industry companies.
Yes.
So yeah, this is a great time to remind you that we have a Patreon. We also have
Hmm.
merch.
We do. We have a
Uh,
store with
yeah,
film
we have
and
films,
stuff.
films.
Films
Uh,
plural.
Jen has stolen, for those of you watching, uh, the hoodie that I'm wearing. But for those that you're not watching, like we have really comfy hoodies and shirts.
Hmm.
And Jen has stolen this so many times. I'm like, I'm just going to buy you your own. So uh, we have a new hoodie, a big damn hoodie coming in.
Hmm.
So if you want to support us, go to the Patreon. It's as little as $3, as high as $25. You get to hear crazy shit like what you would hear if you were a Patreon member.
If you were.
Um, and you could grab some merch from us to help support us while picking up our films. I will say we are at about a 50-50 rate of conversion. Like
It's not
people that
bad.
buy something, like
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's going to beat Bill Farrow yet
No,
because Bill
no,
Farrow's damn near bought everything. God bless.
I don't think they will.
Yeah, no, nor should they ever.
No, nor should they ever.
Um, but yeah, it's nice seeing people come back and buy our shit
Yeah.
because we've never had big damn shit before. That being said, thank you for listening. Always, as always, keep telling your big damn stories. Peace. Fuck. You can't do that, man. Like when I ask you if there's anything else you want to talk about, don't
Sorry.
wait till the outro to be like, "Hey, can we talk about Nerdshit?" I'm like, "Oh,
Well, you
uh,
brought it up, and
I
I don't know.
I did."
Fine.
And Lauren and Bill fucking enjoy. Thank you guys.
Yeah.